Hey y'all, what's up? Look at that foolishness. Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome to my page. I'm here, y'all. I'm here, and there's a couple. I've been missing y'all. Let's start there. And I wasn't neglecting. I promise you, I wasn't trying to neglect you. But there's a couple things that I wanted to talk about today. A lot of things actually, because I feel like we need to catch up. So there's a lot of things that I want to discuss. Let's start with one. I've moved, y'all. This right here is like really bothering me. Like, I didn't even go to H&M to get this shirt this time, but it's like really like doing that little, you see how this room? People trying to play me like, no, you need to get a bigger shirt. No, it's not the biggest shirt, and I'm not gonna get no bigger shirt. I don't want to be a bigger size. Why would I buy a bigger shirt? So I'm not doing that. So I ain't doing that. So that's just a little, just a little bit. But yeah, so I miss y'all so much. I actually brought snacks today. I brought snacks. This is apple juice. Yes, apple juice. For various reasons that I will explain in just a moment. And I have these. I know y'all be like, bro, great. Oh, okay. But do you see them though? Let me pull one out. Y'all see that? Yeah. Get all into that. So, my cousin, shout out Keeping Up with C. My cousin CC, she put me on these a long time ago when we went on the trip. One of her friends put her on, and she was gracious enough to put us on. And baby, that's the only way I like them. They got to be frozen. It's the best way. Promise them. It's the best. But the reason why I'm eating grapes and I'm drinking apple juice is because I have COVID. Now look, let's keep in mind, you see how I'm talking, you see how I'm acting. I got COVID, it don't have me. Just put that out there. So I'm good, So thank you to everybody who's already checked and all that stuff. So yes, I do have COVID. Not really sure where it came from. And it'll break your brain trying to figure it out. So just remain safe. That's my biggest thing. I know that one of the mistakes that I was making was I was getting a little lax with my mask. So I'd say remain wearing your mask. Keep your mask on when you get around people. Don't let your guard up. I think that's the biggest thing. Or let your guard down, I should say. Don't let your guard down because you think it's all right. Because it might not be. I'll keep that in mind. Keep your guard up at all times. You might think I'm gonna back up just a little bit. But yeah, keep your guard up at all times. Never let your guard down because you think everybody's cool, everybody appears to be sick, all that stuff. Don't let your guard down, y'all. Don't let your guard down. I'm sitting here spilling it. We think COVID, I thought COVID was pretty much done. Not gonna lie. Look at this food. I thought COVID was, look at that food. I thought COVID was pretty much done. I'm not gonna even lie. I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, we good. COVID pretty much done. Like, who got COVID nowadays? Me. But God is good. I actually prayed about that beforehand, and after, without even knowing I had it. I prayed for people with COVID. So yeah, there's that. But be safe. If I can leave you with anything, be safe. Never let your guard down. I know it's kind of embarrassing. You be like, I don't want people to feel like I think they just got everything. I don't want people to feel this way, that way. Listen, when it comes to you and your life, disregard what you think people may or may not think about what you're doing and what you're not doing. Wear your mask. Don't even worry about that. Wear your mask. Period. Keep the 6 feet away. Keep the 6 feet. Keep the distance. All of that. Just remain safe. And this is my takeaway from everything. Don't be mixy. You ain't missing nothing. You probably will miss something. But don't be mixy. Don't go around a bunch of people realizing not knowing you sick now. Knowing you sick. Let's start there. Don't go around a whole bunch of people knowing you sick. Especially because we in the COVID season, it's not just a cold sometimes. It's not just sinuses sometimes. It's not just that sometimes. Always be careful. Always pay attention. and always just be mindful. No, I might be sick, but this could be more than that. So let me go get tested. Get tested before you come in and up and around people, because I just feel like that's the best thing for you to do. And also, that just says that you care about people. Because if you don't care about people, you don't care what you do to them or what you give them and all the other stuff. But that's another story from the day. So, in a nutshell, be safe. Keep your guard up around your family, everybody. Keep your guard up. And if you happen to feel a little bit sick, don't come around people until you know better. That's all I got for that. All right. So I'd like to introduce this thing I call current events. So this is happening in the world today. The thing that's the most pressing right now is the fact that Supreme Court just passed that law, which I think is bogus. And I know you probably like, why do you think it's bogus? Don't you want babies to get a chance at life? Don't you want this to happen? Don't you want this to take place? Y'all, I'm outside and this ain't the vibe for me, because I don't really do bugs and I keep wiping away flies and candles, but we're gonna make it work. But don't you want babies to be safe? Don't you want babies to have a chance at life? Don't you want innocent young ones to get an opportunity to live? To answer that question, I absolutely wholeheartedly do. I do. But the thing that gets me with this law is I'm not sure if there are any loopholes when it comes to certain things like rape, like incest, like just various things that you have to consider, like somebody being pregnant on their fallopian tubes. And yes, I'm speaking about women and their bodies in the abortion law that was just passed. I feel like it's so trash for a whole bunch of men, for one, to be in a courtroom and decide what a woman should do with her body. Nobody tells you what to do with yours. Nobody tells you to do this and do that and that and the third. Nobody forces you to get a vasectomy. Nobody forces you to do all of this other stuff, all these different ways to have contraception. Nobody forces you to do anything, but we're going to force women to not be able to choose whether they need to terminate a pregnancy or not. They just gonna have to. And then another thing with pregnancy, women are so close to death when it comes to pregnancy. You can look it up. That's the closest they are to death. A lot of people say that women are the closest they could ever be to death while being pregnant or being in labor. So it's already a scary thing. But when you are raped or molested and you pregnant, what do? Keep the baby? Oh, God meant for it to be here. Yeah, true enough, God meant for all children to be where they need them to be here. But it's like, it's extenuating circumstances. So here's my question. Your 10-year-old daughter, this is just a hypothetical, and I hate to even have to bring this up, but sometimes this kind of stuff matters for people to really see the bigger picture. Say for instance, your 10-year-old daughter is just minding her business, right? And playing, just being her normal girl self that you raised her to be. And so out of town long lost uncle, your long lost brother, or your wife's long lost brother come in town, and little do you know, he's a molester. And so he fixed it where your wife, not your wife, but your child, your daughter, he began to molest her. And you had no idea he was doing it, and she was made to not tell nobody or say nothing. So she's living with a secret, dealing with a secret, and in pain silently. But then it turns out she wound up getting pregnant by this man, your brother. So what do? Oh, now the law was in place, so she's gonna have to have a baby. Like, that's not cool. It's not her fault, and it's not cool. So it's like, you have to consider these type things. These things matter. You cannot just be one-sided with stuff. You have to take everything and put it into consideration. Now, I hadn't done all the research in the world as it relates to this, but I do say I stand with women and their thoughts against this law, because it's unfair. Obviously, I'm a Christian, die hard, go Jesus. But obviously, we want babies to be born. Obviously, that's something that we want, of course. but there are circumstances that can potentially prohibit that from happening, like health issues, what molestation, like I just mentioned. Like, it's so many things that you have to consider before you make some stupid law like that. Like, granted, I get it. It's a law. We want all the babies to be born. We want everybody to have a chance at life. Obviously, so I'm a product of that. To be honest with you, my mother had me a few months. She got pregnant with me a few months after she just had a baby. So I could have been aborted. So I thank God my mama decided not to do that. Because I could have been. Now, she was young. I could have been aborted. She could have just been like, all right, I ain't doing this. I'm young. I just had this baby. And this baby, give me a run for my money. Why look like having another one? And this baby ain't even one yet. This baby ain't up before 4 or 5 months. So, yes, I do understand that. I'm on the other end of that. So she did keep me, and I was able to have a right to life. So I'm not saying I don't want kids to have that right, or babies, unborn babies, babies who didn't ask to be here. I'm not saying that they don't deserve that right, because they absolutely do. What I am saying is pay attention to those extenuating circumstances. Sometimes things prohibit that from taking place. Obviously adoption is an option, but don't take away people's rights like that. Let them have the option to do whatever they please with their body in the decision that they made. That's all I'm saying. So, y'all, the last time I think I made a video, or, I was talking to y'all, I was 30. May 27th happened, and I turned 31. I know I don't look it. I always say this. I know I look pretty young. Thank you. I know. God is good, isn't he? He's amazing. But, yeah. Not the grapes getting thawed out. That's kind of crazy. But, so, my friends, y'all. My friends. When I tell you I'm still in awe, I'm still in awe. I'm shook. Let me say this. Make sure your circle of people that you have in your life, family or friends, make sure your circle of people that you have in your life, like I said before earlier, are people that's really truly meant to be there. And the way you can gauge that is when you have people that's willing to believe in you to the point where they're willing to sow into you or into your dreams. I'm not a fan of people that's in my face, skinning and grinning. And I show you support and I support you, but you can't support back. I'm not a fan of that. Which I'm not doing support to get support. I'll be clear on that. But if we're friends, I'm gonna support you all the way. If whatever I can do, so if I got it, I'm gonna give it. All of that stuff. So have you some friends that are willing to sow into your dreams. Stand out and say, none of these people that did this had to do this for me. I never asked them to. But it's I won't say humbling, but it's definitely rewarding to know that your friends believe in you just as much as, obviously you believe in them, but, your friends believe so much about you or in you that they are willing to sow into your life. And so, y'all, my friends did that. My friends did the big one on me this year. I have 3 cards here. They gave me 3. I can't remember which one the surprise was in, but I have them all here. Let me see. All these cards are amazing, so yeah, I clearly still have them. But hold on, I think this is the one. The white card was the card that everybody pitched in and gave me. So you all, well, I guess I can read the card, right? It said, friends are for keeps. Of all the friends we... Well, I'm going to do that over. All right, it says, friends are for keeps. Of all the friends we meet in life, we find a precious few who we can say are real true friends. The kind we have, or I have in you. Well, it was we for them. It says, that's why it means a lot to me to have this chance to send this birthday wish right from the heart to you, my special friend. So, yeah, they all signed it. So everybody, I guess everybody who's in this pitched in. So shout out to Cece and Kev. Shout out to Rashad, Michaela, John, Danielle, Gia, and Tika. I think Tika also put in on it. I'm not sure. But definitely Myron, and everybody else. Shout out to y'all for what y'all did for me. I never will forget it. Like I said, I'm still in awe because yeah, my friends are good friends, but you don't ever expect your friends to do stuff. Like, you just expect them to be real. Like, be honest, be my friend, have my back, keep it a stack with me at all times, that kind of stuff. But these people, y'all, bought me a 4-hour recording session at a major recording studio, the Vault at the Playroom. And some of y'all might not know what that is, but it's a recording studio in Charlotte, North Carolina, that I've seen a lot of people recorded in. Like, I saw Aaliyah recorded there, Fantasia, so on and so forth. My Bishop recorded there. So it's a great studio. And I don't know if you can see it, but they got me a 4-hour recording session, you guys. I'm in awe. I'm so in awe. I have a year to do it. So, needless to say, be on the lookout for some music from me this year, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's so weird to say that, but it's going to happen. You know how you have dreams that don't really know if it's going to come to life or come to fruition or how it's going to manifest itself, but you just pray and hope that it will. That was what I was doing. I was just praying and hoping. I was like, God, if that's your will for me, then okay, Lord, I guess make the resource happen. I actually prayed that. I said, make it happen, Lord. I said, you obviously know that I don't have all the money in the world to do all of this myself. If I had it, I would have definitely been funded myself by now. So I made that prayer. I prayed that prayer, and within a matter of a few weeks, y'all, that happened. I didn't tell them I prayed that to God. God just saw fit to do that. And I just have amazing friends who did it without, I would say repentance. I don't think they regret the decision they made. I don't, and I'm not gonna let them or make them feel like they regret the decision they made when I start doing this music. Cause baby, we gonna end. I'm shifting some things. We gonna change this culture. We gonna change this. We gonna do the best we can to make God proud of us. And we're gonna show people that God is way bigger than the four walls of a church. We're gonna bring God to the world for sure. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm happy myself. And as you can see, I did move. That was one of my life things. Is I was in the process of moving. That's a large part of the reason why I hadn't done a video in a long time. But I am moved, and I will move again. This is a temporary area. I'm back in South Carolina. Well, I was always in South Carolina, but I'm back in Marion, South Carolina, which is not my favorite place. It's where I'm from, though, and I love it. And Marion County stand up, Swamp Foxes stand up. It's always gonna be my favorite place, but as far as where I want to live, this is not the it for me. So I will move. I will be moving, but I am happy. I'm enjoying my time here, especially with my grandma. She's a joy. As you can see, this barn back here, that basically, if you go on the inside, look like a little house, because that's just what she got going on. But yeah, so I'm in the country, and I'm enjoying myself, honestly. And also, one thing I also wanted to talk about while I drink this is, you guys, if your prayer life slacked, pick it back up. Pick your prayer life back up. God is doing so many wonderful things, especially in my life, and he's talking to me in so many different ways that I've never imagined. Pick your prayer life back up. Dedicate some time to the Lord. I definitely have. I know y'all tired of me doing this, but I don't like bugs, so I'm not gonna I'm just not gonna let no bug sit there. I'm sorry, that's just not. Who gonna let a bug just sit there in your face? I'm not gonna let a bug sit there. I'm a fan it, and you know you fanning it too. So you might be annoyed with me doing this, but if you was out here with me, you'd be doing the same thing. I just had to make that clear. But yeah, y'all. So pick up your prayer life. If you dropped it, if life has got too hectic, pick it back up. Pick it back up. He's calling for revival, and he's gonna do it, and I know it is, and I'm excited about that. I'm so excited. And the devil's so mad. The devil's so mad. So do expect things to come your way. Do expect, when you pick your prayer life back up, do expect distractions. Do expect things to try to throw you off, but don't be thrown off. Actually, rebuke it before it even gets started, because 9 times out of 10, what he don't want is for you to rekindle the fire you had inside for God. He don't want you to pray because he know that's your power. He don't want you to read the word because he know that's your power. He don't want you to go to church because he know that helps give you strength. He don't want you to be positive. He don't want you to be in a positive mind frame. He wants you to be continuously feed yourself with negativity and chaos. But I'm here to tell you, pick it back up. Pick up your prayer life and watch what happens. Pick it back up and watch God do some things that you was expecting him to do, or you was wanting him to do. Watch he do those very things that you've been waiting for. Watch those things start coming in an instant. Watch it. And another thing, when you do pray, I know we often tend to ask God for things often. My suggestion to you though is when you pray, don't ask him for stuff. Ask him for things that you can't buy. Ask him for wisdom in general. And I feel like even in the Bible it says wisdom is far more precious than rubies. Ask him for wisdom, because it is far more precious than rubies. You can't buy wisdom. You can go to school and you can attain knowledge, but that's all you're gonna have. It's just knowledge. You can't buy wisdom though. So yeah, this is a little pro tip. Okay, so I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all well wishes. I will be better. I'm quite sure I'll be better in the next maybe day or two. Like I said, COVID, definitely. I have COVID. COVID don't have me. That's just that on that. I love y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited about your future. I'm excited about what God is gonna do for you. I'm excited at what he's doing for everyone. I'm excited what he's gonna do for me. But I'm definitely excited what he's gonna do for you. Because I definitely know people are gonna be set free in the name of Jesus. Like, you gonna be set free. You gonna be healed. You gonna be delivered now. I don't know if you think you ain't, but you are. So go ahead and gear on up and get yourself together, because God's gonna do exactly what he said he was gonna do. And actually, what he told your mama he was gonna do for you, he gonna do it. So gear on up and get yourself on ready for this next phase in your life. Because you're gonna be something. And I'm excited. And the devil gonna be mad. He gonna be mad. Love y'all.